Are we live? All right, everybody. We are live. And hopefully 5 by 5 on this Friday night for the Friday Night Live. All of you gathered round to see some rocks. It's so good to see you this Friday night. It's been another doozy of a week, and I know that it's true for some of you as well. We've got a bunch of people poking on in here. Tara's Treasures, I can see you. And Candy Cane content over there. Good to see you too. Kid Curry is here. I know my mom is here. I saw that she checked in before I got started. It's always so great to have you along for the Jemmy fun. We've got Lori here. I can see that Ma is here also. We got that Opal guy. We got Eric the cat saying 5 by 5. Thank you very much for that. I never know until you do. Spot's here saying hi, Mom. Thank you so much. And Doug, the Mongo, is saying that we are broadcasting live from the home of the slugs. So you just slither along with us this evening. Thank you for coming. Also, we got Harold in here. Chubby Hubby had me laughing right from the get-go this evening. He is going to be the ref and ring girl this evening for our fight festivities. We've got rock boxing or unboxing, as it were. We have got some really fun gem gazing to do this evening, while Rick is exclaiming that it is true, he is alive. So good to hear. So good to hear from everybody. Soul is here. And yes. We're going to touch upon that in the news this evening. It's a doozy. I hope that everybody is now in the proper position, whatever that might be, as far as your katas go, or if you've got a certain chi position, or the position of the angle on the quill of your fastening machine. I hope that you are in the position to kick back, relax. We're going to wash away all of the craziness of this week and some of the delights so that we can look at some sparkly things. We've got a box from SageRat, who I did also see land into the chat. There's a rat in the chat. Hey, how about that, Mr. Chubby Hubby? So maybe he can expound upon that. But we are going to be opening up that box, and it is right under there, under the UFO that I've got to my left. We're going to crack that bad boy open and see what's inside. And then you guys also saw some of the stuff that we've been working on here in the Ozone. We'll touch upon that also in the news. I would also like to say, before we get to that, howdy ho to both Blind Squirrel Rocks. Great to see you. Hope that the fossils aren't too icy where you're at. And also Meg Max Attacks. I love it. Good to see you. And she is saying, in the only way, or the most unique way possible, hiya, peep shaleeps. Absolutely. I will fully endorse that. Hearty hello. And Ryan is also here. I believe that he's checking in from his phone and not a larger screen. We've got AZ Rockhound Expeditions. You all know that has got to be Julie. And Brian is probably wading around back there too. I'll start scrolling so that I can see. I hope that you guys had a great live sale. There was a 2-part sale. Part of it, I believe, was on Wednesday. It's been a bit of a blur. And then today, I was unable with all the chock full of nuts kind of stuff that I had going on today to even be able to slide through. And I had the full intention to buy some things. But the best part is that you can always go back and watch these beautiful rocks go by. I mean, it is just like a runway, fashion week kind of model tromping down the catwalk kind of array of different beautiful rocks that go by in your face. And then you could always inquire if you saw something, if they've got some more. Because I believe that they have a rock claim. So you might be able to go ahead and claim up some stuff, even though you might at this point have missed parts 1 and 2. And I'm unaware if they've got a part 3 that they are planning. But I would sure, I would sure love it because I did miss today. It's just been that kind of a black hole kind of week. Did I say hello to Brenda? I really hope I did. Maybe at the very, very top because she actually was number 1. She popped in first in the chat. And so hello to you. I said hello in script. Now I will do it live. We've got Caleb in the house, and my hat's off to you, all of you who are working really hard this week. And shout out to Caleb being one of those people. I know Theo and Ma are working super duper hard too. And I will touch upon, once again, I've got lots of things to touch in the news, but I see a bunch of hardworking people over there on the tumbling channel that I definitely need to not only shout out to, but mention what's going on over there. We got the lava bison in here this evening. We've got James. Hello, James. It's good to see you. We've got the Kirk Hoyer most talented ceramicist. So let's grab our Steinkerns. I'm going to grab my tsunami over here and let's all go ahead and give it a big cheers together. Cheers. This is awfully full. And you can hear the dogs are barking. They know good things are happening. Like it's time to cheers to you and yours and a wonderful weekend of big rocks and small treasures, whatever it is that kind of rocks your boat. Lurking while invoicing, says Brian. Salutations and cheers to you. And boy, is invoicing ever a verb, isn't it? What an exercise. It's that kind of verb. Woof, invoicing. Oh. But we love it. We love the sales, so we'll take the invoicing. For sure. Did I say hi to Lori? I feel like I did, but I'm going to double down. I don't want to miss anybody. I'm so pleased that you guys are all hanging out this evening. And like I said, I've got some fun rocks to share this evening. So we are going to get right to it as soon as I'm sure that we've thoroughly helloed all you guys that are out there that aren't in the chat stream, wherever that's, water falling down your screen or what. If you're in the chat, hello. And if you're lurking out there, I'm so glad that you stopped by and that you're hanging out. And it's okay if you want to be shy. You don't have to join in the chat, but I actually have some questions for you all. And so you might be motivated to jump into the chat at that point. I did say hi to Rick too, right? I'm gonna start doubling down on everybody. You guys are wonderful. We've got Weathered and Weary checking in. That'd be me. I'm wondering, like, I'm not calling out the lurkers. You guys are welcome to sit back and relax, or if you're working. I love hanging out in everybody's live streams working. It's my favorite jam to hear what's going on and then also be wrapping a bezel or faceting a gem. This week was all full of facetings. So yeah. And Julie says, invoicing is hard. Especially when most everyone adds to their boxes via email. Not complaining though. Everyone is so great for wanting more and supporting. Exactly. It's just that there's moving parts to the invoicing, and sometimes you gotta go back and watch the video to make sure replay of the live to make sure that you've got everything right and double check that everything that was supposed to go into somebody's box did, or if it got gifted to somebody else, it got shifted, all the things. It just there's so many little details. I absolutely bow to everybody that does the live streams because it's a challenge. It's so much fun to take part in, both as a person that loves to do the live sales, but also as a participant in buying things. It's always so much fun. There's always so many surprises, like people gifting for each other, or the thrill of winning a bid on an auction. And so I really do take my hats off to all y'all. I always mention Kyle, but all the folks that are out there doing the live sales. We know that it's hard, and I thank all of you guys out there that attend them, because it always makes you feel so good when you've got a good crowd. It just brings the energy, and then also all of the patience y'all have. When we get a little tripped up, if something happens, you guys are the very best as far as just an understanding community, because it's also easy to get discombobulated if something technically goes wrong or something like that. And so this would be so cool. Can AI invoice and mail for us? It would be so cool. I love the personal touch, honestly. Not only that other people give, like, the care that Brian and Julie, just wrap those rocks like every single one of them is a baby. And Kyle, and all of the boxes that I've received from everybody, Cheryl and Les, everybody. You guys, Theo, and like the list goes on and on. That you all do such a great job. It's just so much fun. It's awesome that we have the opportunity to just pass the dollars in between us. We only need a finite amount of money if we just keep on shifting it to each other, and then we all get rocks and more rocks. We like that. And welcome in. I saw Anna Mare Rocks is here, and that is our good friend over there in Oz that is experiencing tomorrow and probably a cup of coffee. Wisconsin Rock Stalker is here also. Good to see you, Jerry. And how you doing, Bob? I just barely crossed paths with you the last time that I saw you in a chat, and it's good to hear that the kids are doing well, and I hope that you are doing well as well. That everybody's doing well out there. And is it Ozone After Dark yet? For a little while, we can have Ozone After Dark. And then we're going to have, is it Daylight Savings Change this weekend? It's coming up soon. I can't wait to have more hours of light. I cannot underscore that enough. I like this. How's tomorrow? Top of tomorrow to you, Manny. Right? Oh, and you've got some wet in the future, eh? Yeah, we do too. And okay, oh wow, we've got another goodie, a goodie in the chat. Look who just showed up. Hello, John. It's always so good to see you. I was thinking about you actually, not only today, but in the last few days, we were talking about what some spring plans are and how we need to do some gold panning. And so I was thinking about you, but also there are things happening in our music room that are pretty exciting. And so I was thinking about you as well for that, because you guys all probably know that John is the one that's responsible for getting us all hooked up with our news music, which we are definitely needing to get that going, lest this thing run utterly long. And sorry for being late tonight, you guys. You guys were all on time. And I was running about sometimes the dogs or something just does they don't know that something happens at 6 o'clock on Fridays every Friday. So I end up running about doing things and other things and things. And you probably saw. We're gonna revisit that. And so let's get this bad boy going. And here we go. It's the Ozone news. In the news tonight, we have, of course, our spot prices. We're on another roller coaster ride. We've got 82.34 for the silver prices, which isn't too much of a shift from the last time that we got together and talked about this stuff, although we have seen it go up and down throughout the week. So if I was trying to make money off of the stock market on silver, it would be a really difficult thing because it's constantly going like up $5, lose two, up three, lose five kind of thing. And so it has been a bumpy ride, although it's not as bad as it's been in the last say month. We've seen it come down. So if you're in the position where you might need to get some more, then this might be a good time. We've got gold over there at 5,127.55. It's very small. That is not a small price. I'm saying that the script is small at this point. I have that on screen share right now. I should have made it bigger for myself. And we've got what looks like around 2,100 for palladium and or platinum rather, and palladium over there at what looks like 1626. Unless those, I might have just actually flunked the vision test. I might need some difference of these guys. And then we also had what was going on over during our opener. And so we'll bring this back to the stage. Yes, we are in fact doing a box opening tonight. And then there we have Lily. We had to go to the Valley yesterday to go take care of some dental business. And when we got back, we discovered that Lily had decided she needed to get into some cereal. So she is wearing the box of shame in this picture. Also, this is reminding me, I'm quite unsure why A equals B divided by C, but happy birthday to Allison, Prairie Girl Rocks. Don't know if she's over there in the comments, but happy birthday to you. It looks like maybe Lily would be chewing on your birthday cake too. But I think the reason why I kind of put those two things together was that we have had a very chock-a-block week. I missed a coffee with Allison, and I'm sad. I'm sad about that. I was able to catch some of the live stream sale for AZRE, but I have missed a ton. I've missed Jeff. I got to jump on with a live stream over there with Cheryl, but so many more. Dawn, I've missed so many. So if I've, oh, Manny's got a new video out there. So you guys go out there and watch everybody's videos. I'm going to be catching up on some this weekend for sure, and looking forward to it, doing a ton of work. We've got a box to open up tonight from our friend SageRat. But also, SageRat did get some stuff from me in a box from the live sale. She scored some of this beautiful moss agate. And so here she is cutting some of the Maury Mountain, and it's looking super duper good. She sent me these golden hour shots of the cabochon that she was working on, and that just looks moss luscious, just juicy, with all sorts of pond and fortification agate goodness. One of the things that I love about the moss agate that we have here is it's not moss chalcedony. Some of the moss agate is a bit of a misnomer because you don't actually see fortification lines in the agate that is part of the moss agate, or part of the stone, and ours usually does. I do appreciate that. And I say ours like, somehow I claim Maury Mountain on account that it's in Oregon and I love to go there so much. I'd live up there if I could. And also you can see that there was some botryrificness on this particular stone. So we can't wait to see this finished. I hope that you will post that up to the Discord and share that with all of us. She emailed me these pictures and said it was okay for me to show what was going on with those. Also in the news, we have Ryan packing up his wheels and all of his rock goodness and hitting the road. He's a moving on up. So we wish him the very best of travels. I think that he's in the chat tonight. So he said that he'd be checking in with us via phone. So again, we hope that you have good travels and you land safely and you can sprack out your equipment good and fast so that you can join us for maybe a maker's bunch or something like that. I did say the last time we were all together that I really, really need to get the gang back together and do some maker's bunching. This weekend sounds like a good one. So once again, happy trails, Ryan, and congratulations on your move. We've got a new thing going on over on the Discord in the tumblers section. We have a channel just for you guys that are tumbling, and I am one of you guys now. So you saw me plop on in there like, hey, everybody, what you up to? I'm a noob. So we thought we got to chat, and I think at the end of last week's tumble specific live stream that we had Theo on at the end of, we thought it might be a super cool thing to have a Wednesday tumble watch, because there was already an alignment for some of the folks that we know that like to check on Wednesdays. I think that Theo was kind of the impetus for Mutt and I to do that. And so even if you've got your Tumblr on a different schedule, you can always share what it is that you are doing, kind of like a check-in in the middle of the week. I thought it would be super cool. So if you're like kind of unmotivated, or you took your stuff out on a Saturday but you forgot to post or something, then we can all kind of collaborate on Wednesdays and have a look at each other's stuff. So even if you pull it out on Monday, you can always post it. If you don't post it right away, it might be a reminder like, hey, I did have a Tumblr batch this week. This is what it's looking like. Or you can even just say, like, I'm in the middle of what seems like an entire calendar year of course grit, trying to get my guys ready. So at any rate, I invite you all to Wednesday Tumblr watch, and it's just an all-day thing. So definitely join us over there. We started it this week on Wednesday, and that was all I had to share because I was in the middle of my rough stage. So I opened it up and I took that out, and actually that is coming out today, and then tomorrow I will start what is actually stage 3 as opposed to stage 2, because it was Sunstone. So you start on stage 2 with the 120 to 220 or whatever that increment is. Then on deck we have this Sunstone. Here is a rough Schiller Sunstone. I'll let this go ahead and keep on playing. And this is what it looks like when you put it on the dop. And then this is what it looks like when you can't see it anymore. And then if I keep on going, that is my notebook. it's freeform facet number 2. I've done one other that went into a ring. And so it's time for me to cut some more because I absolutely love doing the freeform facets. So here is the poor victim, and there it is. We start grinding on it. The way that I like to facet, I start with the pavilion, which is the bottom of the stone, and then I move to the top. That is not necessarily the only way to do it. You can flip it. And so there's another way to do it, but this is the way that I do it. I decided on an oblong asymmetrical marquee on this one. And this has Schiller going all the way through it, top to bottom. So I decided, usually when you're faceting with Schiller, it's a very good idea to turn it sideways so that it colors the stone pink without impeding the color play that is being reflected back up into your eyes from the bottom of the stone or the pavilion. If you have a sheet of something in between the top of the stone and the bottom of the stone, it doesn't leave access for the reflection from the bottom or the refraction from the bottom of light to come up through necessarily. But this is a different kind of animal that I was going after here. You can see a big patch of the Schiller right there. Copper Schiller. Oregon's the onlyest place where you can find copper Schiller inside of your Sunstone. Whoop, that was a fast sled. So back here, yeah, back there. Whoa, let's try this one more time. Back here, we've got the Sunstone on the top station. So you cut your bottom first, and then you stick it into what is kind of like an ice cream cone, and you adhere the dop into that cone, and then you unadhere the flat top, and then you cut your crown. This one offered some very, very crazy challenges. And so I'm learning a lot as I go along with the free forms. And so I just randomly look over and we hate toboggans, says Rick. That's interesting. And thank you about the stone. It's exciting. Oh my goodness. Please don't keep quiet, Kid Curry. It's always so much fun to hear all of the things that come off of the top of your head. And John is actually offering a cheap DIY for gold panners. So I'll take a little break from, we're looking at the job transfer, and we'll see this Sunstone all the way through to the end. Cheap DIY for gold panners. Save your magnetite black sands and use it depending on size to substitute certain grits and save a few bucks. Oh, I like that. Your results may vary on your particular size and area found. That is actually really, really good. A good suggestion. And you can probably kind of find out what the sort of ballpark size of the grains of your sand are. And there's this wonderful thing that happens in nature. A lot of times things get sized automatically. You'll notice there'll be, even on a pebble beach, you'll see all of the smalls together, and then the larges or mediums together. It gets size sorted. Sand does that. So yeah. And we've got a word of wisdom over here from our friend Manny. Transferring equals scary rabbits. Yes. Yes. Actually, I want to say that this dot failed one time, and this isn't the one that failed. But I changed my approach. One of the things that happens if you do asymmetry on a stone is that when you transfer it to a DOP, it thinks that it's supposed to be symmetrical. This whole racket of faceting is supposed to be based on symmetry. And so when you create this anomaly, then the transferring actually needs to be tweaked or else it's just not going to work. And so Karen figured out a tweak on this guy. And I know, right? I like this. Thank you so much again, John, for the cool suggestion. Black sand as a grit, that's super cool. Plus, I mean, it would be a bragging right if you were able to go like, yeah, this beautiful tumbled stone that's in this wrapped piece or whatever happens with the tumbles was naturally tumbled. I tumbled it in my tumblers, but I used natural grit. Now, how cool is that? I freaking love that. And so, moving right along, chickadung. We've got Tomcat Josh Landing. It's good to see you always. Hope you're doing well. And so we've got this that did actually work out. So we got to go on to the next stage, which here is our crown. And the bottom of the stone, the pavilion was cut in like an umbrella shape or mains that came to a point. There's different ways of cutting even the bottom where you have a pointed bottom or you have the keel of a boat shape. And so this actually was a kind of almost a spiked mains style cut on the bottom and a step cut on the top, which you would all be familiar with what a step cut looks like, even though in its name is descriptive enough for you to kind of figure out that it's like, stair steps up to the table or the top of the stone. But emeralds are often cut in the stair cut manner. And so that is what we are looking at there. Reptile Z has been hanging out for a while, and I actually don't think I said hi to you. So hello. Oh. Did you see that prisming? So I took this particular shot. I think I was somewhere in the middle, like I might have been on the 3000. Once again, when you're faceting, you cut at whatever grit. And I think I cut the preform on 320. I did a 600 for the first setting in all the cuts. There's a 1200, and then I get to go straight to cerium because Sunstone is awesome like that. Some of the gemstones you have to intervene with a 1400 or something like that. I mean, rather a 14,000, but in this particular case, that does not have to happen. And so here you can see the step cut now, and you can also catch the prisms. The angles that were chosen for this particular gem not only merited some nice sparkle, there's a bit of windowing, but I was more interested in finding, there's a big fat prism right there that's catching the blue. But I wanted to find all of that Schiller that was in the middle and give it somewhat of a narrow frame around the outside instead of trying to bring that step cut all the way to a smaller table. I wanted to have a big viewing window so that you could look in and see the Schiller, and then it would just have its sparkles happening kind of on the perimeter. What I didn't expect for so much was that the angles that I selected just happened to pull up a real amazing amount of prisming in that particular stone. And so yay. So this is freeform number 2, and it'll get a name. I have decided that I'm probably going to give individual names to each one, and I'll keep a log, a catalog of all of these. I didn't catalog all of my stones that I've ever cut. I just started belting out, standard round brilliance and stuff like that so that I could set them into the jewelry. And so they weren't unique enough for me to feel like, okay, everybody's got to get a serial number and all that jazz. A lot of gem makers do. I'll bet you Patrick knows every single gem and has, it all documented that he's ever cut. I'm not quite that animal, but this particular series, the asymmetricals, they're in my heart more unique and art oriented. So they are each going to get a name, and they will, they'll have their own little uh gallery. And Reptile Z is asking, is this rutilated SiO2? It is not. It is a feldspar. This is Sunstone with the copper Schiller inside. So those sparkles that you are seeing are actually platelets. They line up a lot. Some of them have a scattered confetti. So they do what they want, but sometimes they'll line up with the lattice of the feldspar. And so we're probably looking at one of the cleavage planes. And I always get to find that out for sure. I get an absolute confirmation when I hit certain angles on on these stones, a certain cut, a certain face of one of those facets will behave completely differently than all the rest. And so you're on your tippy toes when you are cutting these, because one angle might take 20 strokes on the lap to attain its cut, and another one might cut in 5, and another one might cut in 40. And so it's not, you have to be paying attention the whole time. It's crazy. So at any rate, I wanted to share that with you. Some of you saw the ring that the number one firstliest asymmetrical freeform facet went into, and I just want to expound upon this idea and do some more. So there's going to be more of these coming out of the studio. They will be happening in other different colored gemstones, but I'll probably start the lion's share of them in the Sunstone, because like milk in the refrigerator, I have access to the Sunstones way more than I have access to any other stones. So between these and the Oregon fire opals, we're going to see the free forms be there, and then we'll move into some other things. And so, howdy do, Betty Rock Betty. Good to see you. And John is saying, always wanted to work on a ruby and name it Dolly, Dolly Llama. And hello, Dolly. Ruby, I got a message for you. Yeah. So at any rate, guys, thanks for sharing with that. And so back in our slideshow, we had looked upon let me take that on down. I could look at that for hours. I'm very, very much into the gem gazing, as you guys know. And it looks like we have a congratulations for Tara's Treasures over there, hitting the 500. I thought that happened a bit ago, or am I the one? Oh, look at that. Nope, apparently not. Maybe that was somebody else that we were celebrating. Woo! Let's ring the bell for that. That's a good reason to ring the bell. Let's ring the bell out. It's too quiet in here. It's weird. All right, maybe I was right. She's like, yeah, it's been a few weeks, but any excuse to ring the bell. And honestly, it is the biggest deal. It's a harder push up to get from 0 to 500 than it is from 500 to 5,000. Not kidding. So congratulations to you. And if anything, this you should feel good about that. It's going to be even easier. The next 4,500 are like falling off a log. So you're good to go on that. We always need more cowbell, right? Well, let's cheers, and then we're going to get into this box. So cheers to you. Woo. All right. Oh my gosh. Okay, wait. Wait for it. I lie. I lie like a rug. We got more billing to do. We're going to make some more music. I have so much music that we're going to make after this podcast is over, but let's make some music right now. Thank you so much, Rick, for the 5 new Ozone memberships, and welcome to the Ozone tribe. To all you guys that just got in here, cheers. Rick is a rock star. I think the first like whole 6 months I knew Rick, I called him Rock. He's Rock the Rick star, man. All right. So we have over here a box. Oh no. Why is it sideways? Let's see if we can fix it. We'll fix it in real time. Will it do it? There we go. Yeah. No, don't panic, anyone. We got this. We got this. And next to it, there is a safety knife. So we're going to see. Oh, wow. Look at that. It's trying to run away. It's like, don't stab me. We are going to attempt to open this box without doing damage. I think I like it better when I'm over to the side. I think you guys get to see more rocks that way. This box, this big box, this is the big box for USPS, was sent by SageRat. Thank you so much in advance. And am I missing something? Oh, Kelly, welcome in, Kelly. Good to see you. Thank you so much. I always worry when I see a new name and everybody's saying hi and I didn't see you come in. All right, so we've got safety knife, and we're going to open this box for the firstliest time. And I have to tell you guys, I have such a hard time not opening these boxes until we all get together. She's got a knife. Run. And Reptile Z is saying safety knives cut the deepest, just saying. Oh, your PO didn't have a smaller time at the moment. Oh, that's fine. I don't mind getting the big box at all. Hopefully that wasn't just too much for you to spend, though. I would always be happy to reciprocate in any way that you would love. Of course, the dull ones do hurt more. Soul, definitely. I mean that in every way, shape, or form. We do not like to suffer the dull ones. You can take that any way you want. I'm still cheersing also. Right? Blind squirrel. I know where my box is buttered. I'm gonna butter this here box. So let's all go over here. I think I can do this. Yeah. I have the box, and then we can go ahead and switch the camera over to the viewing area. So I actually might be nicely set up tonight. I mean, after doing this like 100, 200, 500 times, I might learn a thing or two. Drum roll, please. Hit that drum. We got the snare upstairs. Maybe I need to bring that down here. All right, here we go. And hi, Karen. Enjoy the goodies. Do whatever you want with them. Make cabs, gift them. It's totally up to you. Some of the materials should glow. Oh, the UV light. Okay, we're gonna gem gaze, and then I'll grab the UV because I have one charged. And then I have another thing that I should be showing you guys too. All right. So Sage, since you are here, definitely keep me honest and make sure that I know when that lighting situation needs to happen. And we've got our own oxymoron in a Poison song. Which one is that? Wait, which one is that, Reptile Z? Are all are all poison songs oxymorons? It could be. I love this stuff, by the way, you guys. This is one of my favorite packing materials right here. I mean, I use bubble wrap sometimes, as you guys know, but this is my favorite. You guys, I would love to figure out someday a way that we can ship all of our rocks without having like a bunch of new plastic happening. The yeah, so is it labeled SageRat? Because I guess what I'm thinking about is that perhaps I won't recognize it. Oh no, she does. Oh, I love this. Don't you love it when everything is labeled, everybody? I try to label everything, but then at the same time, I sometimes have to do it in a rush and don't. Okay, so Tara is saying Karen Kyle said the same thing 2 weeks ago. Gotcha. We're in an inception, guys. Somebody do the little spinner thing. Okay, so let's start here, shall we? We've got Davis Creek. Oh no, did I just start with the best thing in the box? Electric blue, be still my Twitter pated heart. Oh my gosh. Oh, when I went to the dentist, I had the highest heart rate. I was surprised. I'm like, are you sure? And I think it was a touch of just nervousness of being at the dentist, but I don't even know if I've ever had that. So I am like pre-Twitter pated for this exciting yummy electric blue. And so we're going to get this wet and we're going to turn, yep, there it goes. We're going to turn this on. We're going to turn this sucker on. Labels equals happy thoughts. Right. Oh my gosh. And I'm just making sure that I'm not missing stuff. I love all of your comments, everybody. And I will say again, I was going over the chapters for last week, absolutely laughing out loud, like maniacally at what you guys were saying. And I'm so sorry that sometimes I don't catch that stuff during the live itself. I might be spinning too many plates, but I always go back through and at the very least I'm doing the chapters and catching your jokes and enjoying what y'all said and feeling terrible. Like, I can't tell you how many times I've reached down to the keyboard to do a riff back on what you said and then realize, okay, yeah, that only works in real time. This is great. We're seeing some really nice blue up there, and then this one looks like we've got some of the layers kind of like Aurora does. Yeah, and we've got some purple over there in that pocket right there, and that's looking green. So electric blue and just feeling some serious like Saturn's ring Aurora whoa, gorgeousness as it slips out of my hand and tries to run away. Yeah, that is screaming. Like, it's just screaming. Oh, that's so good. Some of these things, like, when you're trying to show off most of this chatoyant rocks, it seems like it's just frustrating because you're seeing this thing in the naked eye and you're trying to like get your camera to see it, and it's like, yeah, no, sucker. At any rate, that's really pretty. I could just sit here and watch those colors change all night. And so we have the B side. Sometimes it's fun to just have a gander at the B side just to see what colors are going on with that. I've been doing so much labradorite gazing, as you guys saw with Theo's box a couple weeks ago. It's nuts. And so this is going to be fun to, these are going to play so well nicely in jewelry. Some beautiful Davis Creek colors, commingling with what's going on with the labradorite. So excited. Okay, what am I missing? I should get another. Wow. Okay, I'm gonna get smarter about this. You know, while we're all looking at the rock in my hand, I can be reading. Oh, we've got some black or some glass buttes chunks here. Yeah, I'll be reading the stuff that you guys are saying while you guys are all gem gazing. And so right off the bat, we're seeing some nice mahogany here, or it could even be triflow. Yeah, this, don't tell any of the other um obsidians. This might be like, especially triflow, but I love mahogany obsidian. I don't know why. You would think it would be like, oh, it would have to be the rainbow. And of course, the fire obsidian is something really, really special. But I love mahogany. When I went to Mahogany Hill, I couldn't believe that is like that it even existed. And I'm pretty darn sparse. I haven't been to Glass Buttes for a while, and so my stores are sparse. So I really, really appreciate more. I always love more. And so I better do what I said I was going to do. Rick is saying Mud needs the acetone medicine. And James is saying Labradorite is one of my all-time favorites. That's good to know, James. But yeah, boy, Theo has an eye for Labradorite rough and has been sharing some of that with me via some slabs. And I think I'm getting some rough this next time too. Because at this point, I'm kind of like chain smoking his Labradorite. Like as soon as I get the box, I'm like, okay, well, my next order. So yeah. And oh my gosh, wow, that is some material I got in about 1986. So this is literally old stock. I like, be still my heart. I'm so like touched that you are sharing that with me. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. And careful, that glass is cutting hard. You know what's so true about that, Romania, is that I've done some cabbing and some carving with the obsidian from some different places. And when I have cut the obsidian specifically, on a saw, I'm pretty amazed at how deeply you can cut yourself. It's super gnarly. And so this is going to be a really, really neat stone to cut, and I will be careful. I think, Addie, I don't know if you ever watched the Rockhound podcast when we used to have that, but I told a story about being at the Rainbow Pit, and there was a rather large chunk of the obsidian that I was, oh, this one looks really good. Look at those stripes are you might be having a lot of sheen with those stripes, or you could be having some other good stuff. That is super cool. So I'm trying to think and talk and look at rocks at the same time, you guys forgive me. But yeah, so I was up there on the like at one of the rainbow pits, and I was just trying to grade what was going on in this boulder of opal. So I wanted to splay a piece off, and I splayed a flying saucer off of this mother boulder, and it came whizzing past my leg at about like on the inside of my thigh, about like a half to 2/3 up my thigh. And like enough so that I just felt the wind from it basically And I took a moment and thought, you know what? If that had cut me, if I had sliced that, that could have been like seriously serious. There's nothing around there for medical. I mean, you have to drive like probably hundreds of miles. Hundreds. I'm not entirely sure. Don't want to overestimate or, blow it out of proportion, but you'd have a drive to get out of there. And if you were like, if you had lacerated yourself well, it would be a hard time. And so you're right, I get it. It's somewhat grave to be working with some of this stuff. You don't want to have it help you to get into one of those graves at all, for sure. But I really tacked myself back. I'm like, you know what? If you're interested, you can always take it home, but let's not like do dangerous things here in the field. This one looks like it's got some little bits of mahogany to it. And that scares me a little bit because if this is part of the old stock that you were talking about, that's either iron staining or mahogany. Or that might be one and the same. But you know how Kyle talks about the fire. If this has fire in it, I'll give it back. But maybe we'll do some exploratory cuts and see what we can find in there. But yeah, that might have something in it. Looks like that's a sheen layer, maybe. So lace and mahogany. I'm not entirely sure. I don't even know what I'm looking at because that looks really sheeny, like that. Yeah, maybe that's just iron, and we're looking at Aurora. I should probably see what she's saying. Yay, Tomcat Josh. We've got You've been a member for a whole year. Let's ring the bell. Oh, that's actually really good. Duct tape in the car. We have a first aid kit, but like that would be, like CA glue is a good thing to have to try to close stuff like that. This piece I think is newer. Okay, good to know. Yeah, and this looks like it's got like mighty lots of sheen on the top, and so it's probably more likely like a sheen or an Aurora bed one. But it'll be fun to cut this, and I'll share that with everybody. Sure you do. We all need more coffee. I don't know if I'm supposed to double fist like a fun drink that is in my tsunami mug and coffee at the same time. That might be interesting. Cliff, good to see you. I think I see you all the time over at Kyle's. Thanks so much for swinging in. It might. Fire grows in gold sheen and triflow. Good to know. I know that I've seen like Kyle's with the gold sheen and then the triflow, being that mahogany and then the gold sheen and then like clear or the lace, like because it's also kind of near that midnight lace patch too. And so, man, that would be, like I said, Sage, if we find anything, sure. But yeah, this is looking more like thick sheen, like that you would see over at, say, the Aurora. Or it could be just silver sheen, and like silver sheen is beautiful in and of itself. I love all of it. And boy, when you cut it in a certain way, it's really fun to get some of the different effects. Like that sort of rolling flash effect is so much fun to pull up, even just on regular sheen. And so here's another one that looks like it's going to be super fun. Let's get it wet. It looks like it might be another sheen, but I don't know. We could always look through it and see if we can't find anything super, super fun. And then it's always fun just being fun. But I love it when it has these ridges. The ridges mean that you're going to have fun any way you slice it. LOL, rock humor. And it's reflecting some of the the light from my light behind me, the open light, actually that looks like it's got some color on it. So maybe this is some rainbow or some aurora also, because that doesn't look like just silver to me. That's got some, it's bending some spectrum in there. And look at how many, that's juicy. We've got lots and lots of the layers that catch it. Oh man, I love that. Oh, so much fun. We might have to do an obsidian cutting live. Would that not be fun? You guys could see me bleed in real time. Oh, do you want to see that? We could do that. Maybe that would be like my part of the makers, although I'd have to have somebody else host for a few different reasons. Maybe Rufo might want to be the host for that one, because if there's bloodletting, there's that. And then also, you know, if I'm sawing, I couldn't keep the live going. Gosh, these are really heavy. And oh, I love this question. Have I faceted obsidian? Hold on. Hold, please. Hold a moment. Do. Obsidian facets ridiculously nice, you guys. This might be a little scrunchy because I did this quite some time ago. Another thing that I like to practice on, thank you for reminding me, Tomcat Josh, because you know what? Some asymmetry would be super fun to do. Let me take this out. This deserves to come out and about. Okay, tangent time, and it's not my fault. If you are upset about the tangent, then you can look to Tomcat on this one. I think I also have my gemfish around here. I hope so, because this also would do well with some extra lighting, but this might actually just work. Okay, so you guys, that, can you see the body color? Okay, let me get this. I'm not really set up very well. I did this a while ago. I actually set some of the different cuts that I did. This is a pretty simple standard round brilliant. And so you can see it's got this beautiful kind of brown. You can see how clear this one is. It's got this beautiful brown, almost to red color to it. And then, there, that's better. Sorry. There. And then, yeah, they cut so good. They cut so easy. Lickety split kind of cutting. Super duper fun. The only problem that the obsidian ever does have is that sometimes it's just there's too much particulate in the stone itself to be that clear. So I just have to find one that's really clear like that. You can see the color going through there and just showing us that brown, that beautiful kind of root beer over there in the right lower corner. And so they present as kind of a dark stone, as you can see, kind of garnety or whatever. But then when you see the tonality of it, when it, you know, catches a facet and gets reflected back at you, it's actually a really pleasant color. So yeah, I love faceting obsidian, and I think I need to do some freeform obsidian. And you know what? I don't know if I would have put 2 and 2 together. Like I was saying, the stuff that I have a lot of accessibility to tends to get faceted because I can practice. And so, you know, I don't feel like, oh my gosh, if I just ruined that stone, there's not going to be too many tears. I can go back and find another good stone to do some more. But yeah. Do you guys want to see that? Good curry. You should see Karen's thighs after that. Yeah, all these lacerated thighs. Oh, goodness gracious. Oh yeah, and Ma is bringing up a really good point about the ash pockets. That is a thing. And so, I have a feeling that that stone would have been bigger. I've worked with some other ones where, I did have to do some avoiding. But yeah, it's cool. Maybe SageRat needs a faceted obsidian from some of this stuff. Huh? That would be cool. It is a pain in the ash. True story. And Cliff is saying, if you could index fire just right, OMG, it would be out of this world. One day, I think I can't remember, and if Patrick is around, it would be super cool to know. Did you facet a fire obsidian for Kyle? It seems like I remember you doing something like that. And so I would love to try that. I would want to try on something that wasn't too precious. Patrick is ahead of me in the faceting game by a long degree. What an artist. Tangents are yummy treats, taste like oranges. Yeah, I'm glad you feel that way. You guys can see now that I'm a little bit behind. I need to speed up. Oh, and not too far. Okay, I'm not doing too bad. Age of Anderson is here. Thank you for coming. We're going through this beautiful rock box that SageRat did drop on us, and it has been a fun romp through stuff so far. We got some really nice obsidian. Okay, so this is looking unmarked, and I'm kind of unsure what I'm looking at. Is this it looks fossil-esque, like stromatolite kinding sort of perhaps ish. And congratulations on being a member for 18 months. I need to bell for that. That was a colored thing. Here we go. And Meg is asking, so you'd have to be super careful not to bump it on anything. Am I understanding correctly? So what are we talking about? That faceted stone, or my thighs, or raw obsidian? The world needs to know, because I can answer. I should be careful with my thighs. Raw obsidian, you want to be careful with, obviously. But once the stone is faceted and set, that it's not going to be as sturdy as a ruby. But I put the ones that I have set, I set into necklaces and are fine. And so, once you get it into a setting, the setting in theory is supposed to protect it. And so, unless you like try to get in there and gouge it or something like that, you're probably doing pretty good. And nothing's gonna mess it up unless it's something that is directly abrading it, that would abrade glass. So not bad. Okay. We've got a Mother Nature and human talent are amazing. I love the blending. Yeah, it's the dance that I love to do. We're so humbled by how beautiful it is, that it's really cool that we can dance with it, and perhaps make something that it's a collaboration with nature for sure. Okay, and so here we have it again. Great question. Karen, is extra care needed to prevent damaging a faceted obsidian? Not unless if it's set, you're good. If it's unset, then I wouldn't toss it. It's going to behave not unlike an opal, or a quartz or something like that too. So think about your faceted opals like the Ethiopians. And you're not like it's not hydrophane. There's a lot less going on as far as its potential for danger. So it's not bad. And you think about a lot of jewelry, costume jewelry is made out of glass a lot of the time. And so this is not an unthinkable thing. A lot of people actually have in the past done faceted obsidian. So it's all good. So Still scrolling down, and oh, this is, oh, wow. This is from Harney Lake. It's a concretion of some sort. How cool is this? That's wild. Look at those big old O's. That's nuts. How much fun is this going to be to play with? I'm very intrigued. I have not been to Harney Lake. We have driven by the potential to go there a good many times, and for whatever reason we've, taken a left turn in Albuquerque and done something else, and or got rained out or whatever. And so how cool. That is really unique. Thank you so much for that. That is going to probably have to get explored in the microzone to see what's really going on there. And I suspect we have another piece down here. And this is a whopper. This is a big whack of oh, wow. What? That's so wild. Look at this, you guys. Are you looking at this? Here, let me take this down. I believe that this is still the Harney Lake stuff. And looks like Scott just ambled on in. Good to see you. Thank you so much for coming. And right on. This is wild. This looks kind of like rhyolite to me. Just in like that. And oh yeah, here's the cross section. That, wow, looks like fossilized oatmeal. That is crazy cool. This is going to be fun to cut and check out. And so kind of having a look all the way around it. Looks like this was the sunny side up, and it got some, desert patina stuff going on. Boy, it's like there's so much really sort of inland seed acrid sort of stuff out there. That's definitely reflecting. But what a big chunker. What a big chunker that is. Look at that right there. It almost looks like it's going to do a, what am I thinking of? I don't know, like mushroom rhyolite type of thing, you know? We'll have to see if the color, because it looks like that could be patina just on the outside. We'll see, what the colors do. There's some color right there in the middle. Wow. Okay. Wow. 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 I can't wait to, like, I'll definitely be wanting to cut some of that this weekend for sure. Hey, the Rockacon is here. The Mad Rock Hounder. How you doing? Good tomorrow to you. Thank you for coming by. I did say hi to Romania, right? I did. I've spoken to you, so hopefully I also said hello and didn't toss away the courtesy and fineries of the salutations and all the things that you're supposed to do. And faceted or don't play marbles with it, right? Oh, that's great. And Octo Squid Suckers. Yeah, I love it. Ooh, 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 a carving, an octo carving of that into an octo, right? Would be so cool. It feels really silicate-y. Oh, we're gonna have to cut some and explore. But yeah, that's just gonna be all sorts, pardon me, of fun to play with. I think we all need to drink. I saw that comment of yours last week, Kid Curry. I don't know that I commented on the comment because I think I was busy. But my favorite things, drinking and looking at rocks. Let's do it, guys. Cheers to you. Yes, a great mysterious plate. Says Blind Squirrel. That is a very good assessment. And it could be a death plate of some kind. I'm just not familiar. like I said, I have not been to Harney, haven't done the research. With the naked eye, it's looking less like a death plate and more like rhyolite, but I could be so dead wrong. And I don't have a very good trained eye for, like the stromatolitic stuff either. And so we have another wild, wacky, zany wow over here. Check this madness out. That is some zany stuff. Yeah, I'll definitely be wanting to do some research on that. Look at those big, vacated vugs. What's going on even? And then where it's broken, let's see if I can find a part where it's broken that helps you to see it better. It's very shirty looking. So yeah, I'm wondering about the fossiliferous fossiliferous nature of this potentially. Very cool. Very cool. I'm ignited. Can't wait to find out more. And like I said, probably deserving of a microzone sesh. That is something that I can do in a maker's challenge. Or I mean a maker's bunch. If we're pitter-patting through the stuff on the microscope while we're switching to see other people working and all that kind of stuff, that works out really good. Then I can be at the driver's wheel, at the helm of the ship, and avoid the Romulans and deter any other like tribbles and things that might happen. Okay, keep on coming down. Haven't we all taken a turn in Albuquerque? Yes. Okay, how far away am I? And oolite, yes. Very. Oh, Cliff is saying I have some of that. Definitely, probably. Unless I just don't know that word. Do a micro tour. It's amazing. Okay, we'll do. Have you? Do you do the micro zone as well, sir? And we're asking, is Harney Lake near by Harney Peak? I don't know. Harney Lake seems to be over there in the flats a bit, over kind of in the east central of Oregon-ish, right? I'm pretty sure. Like I said, we've probably circumnavigated all the way around in various ways and just never had the opportunity to go. Mother Nature does wonders in creating geological Monets, Picassos, and add other artists here. Yes, definitely. Jackson Pollock, right? Rothko. We've got a lot of different artists going on for sure. Yeah, so crazy. Okay. I've been trying to keep it real here. I've been wanting to try heat treating some of the Harney material to see if it changes color. That would be really cool. My goodness, please keep us updated on that. And if you would like, we can do a feature. It would be fun to, like, if you're playing with the Harney and I'm playing with the Harney, we could make that a theme, like for a live stream. I would be very interested in doing that. This is so much fun. Oh, and this is the stuff that I'm supposed to be fluorescing to, which again, it brings back that, like, this has got to be kind of a fossil situation, right? Cliff, is it? Do you know some of the background on it? Anybody? Oh, mushrooms in the microzone next week. Yeah. You got a BYOM though. Okay, so where did I put? Okay, I've got this UV light, and then we have another that came in a box, and I don't know if it's charged, but I do need to put a shout out. This is like a funny config. Don't look at what I've got going on here for that, because it's kind of hilarious. But it works. So I've got this one set up so that it will cure my UV stuff, and it's rigged. It's hardcore rigged, but just don't frown since it works. Okay, so is that on? Yes. So we can turn this one off. Okay. Sorry about the bouncing. Pilot, put your safety belts on. The ride has become turbulent. Okay, so we got this guy. Oh, there's still some ambient light. Sorry, guys. We'll see if we can improve a little bit. And this is what's going on with that. And I'm not sure if this is doing it any kind of justice. We've got too much ambient light, so much red, so much yellow light coming from the other direction. We've got like Christmas going on that. You can see that is not due to the light. That is due to the overspill of the other light. And so, not dark enough here. This. Oh, holy cow. This is what we're going for, though. Let's bring you over here. Shoot. Here. Let's bring you over here where maybe the light is better. Sorry, you guys. We're honing in. We're coming. It's happening. Oh, nope. So that is orange as all get out. See if I can get the bearing on that better. This one over here. That is very, very orange. See how orange that is? That's nutso. So that would be calcite, no? Probably. That's crazy. What were they? Anybody want to guess? Do we have calcite bubbles going on, or was this some sort of an entity? That's neat. All right, I have another. Let's just turn this on just for a moment. And I didn't count it for you guys. Like, Kyle is way more better at this. I guess he's had practice. But I've got this box over here. And this one Randall sent me. And I am so surprised that Randall did send me a Randall sent me a little LED flashlight too. And so we'll see if this is charged and if it does any better. I really appreciate you guys so much for the things that you send, on account that some of the stuff, there's just so much. There's so much stuff. So many tools to have, right? So let's see. Does it come charged? And if not, then it's not. But if it is, then we'll see. No, I need to charge that bad boy. Sorry, guys. Yeah, but it looks like a pretty decent one. It's this one. And so, let's move back here. There we go. It's this guy. And so we will charge this up, and we'll just have to do kind of like a part deux. But that was pretty neat. Even the glow that we were catching with the other UV light. And we're always making improvements in the ozone, right? Thank you, Randall, for that. I should have opened that box and got that thing charging ahead of time. My bad. Okay, so let's go back in here. And we've got some more box here to do. We got Harney Lake, Bog Attic, Agate with the oolites. And so let's go into this bag. How exciting. And I'm going to catch up on the chat while you guys get to look at the first one. I'm going to take this first slab out. Oh, yeah. Oh, my gosh. So these are the oolites we are talking about. And let's and so is this should I be doing this with it too? Sockets of a multi-armed alien, right, Dawn? And your Wi-Fi pics are now starting to lag. Oh, bummer. Yeah, we definitely need to microzone all of this stuff. And why isn't it a remembrance of life plate instead of death plate? Yeah. You know, I wish we could just start calling it life plates, okay? All right, Josh. Let's do this for Josh. We can do it for Josh and Johnny. Do it for the kids. Let me just spot this really quick to see if this is going to do a thing. And then meanwhile, oh, it will too, sort of. Okay, I'm going to turn that back off, and we'll just have a really quick look at this. So this is what this does. And when I get, oh, I'm too far away from the mic probably, huh? Hello. When I get the other one charged, and hopefully for a maker sponge, we can do this material both under the microscope normal, and then we can look at the fossilized oatmeal under UV. I love UV and the microscope at the same time. It just blows my mind. I love it so much. And so we'll do that. We're stymieing the eye of my camera. It's kind of funny what it wants to pick up right now, just because this flashlight is giving it a little bit of a glare, and I'm sorry about that. But I think it would be a really good show to do. We are getting some different colors going on there. And so we will make it an event. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Getting it better now. Sorry, you guys. It's total user error, you know? Here, we can get the glare straight out of there and still enjoy the beautiful, beautiful beauty. Okay, Karen finally dialed it in. There we go. So yeah, we'll make an event of that because that's pretty darn cool. Awesome, SageRat. Wow. Okay. Yeah, that's just fun. Oh my gosh. And I'm thinking of Ma now too. She's been making these intarsia frames for things. And boy, this would probably look just amazing in that format, or 3 mat or 5 mat. I like it. Beautiful. Thank you. Oh my gosh. Thank you for all the past and future things that we're about to uncover. Ooh. Oh, wow. Look at that breccia. Just a stitch too late for the breccia fest that we had for the traditional cab contest, right? Oh my gosh. I love breccia so much. I think, is that yep, here we go. I forgot to do this with the obsidian, but we can do it with this. Hello. Oh, hi. We can even turn it up a little. Look at that. Look at how agatized this is. So are we looking at wood here, or is this just a jasper? I mean, not just a jasper. This is so brecciated, and I love breccia so much. Look at this. I am such a fan. Oh my gosh, this is so much fun. This is going to be so much fun to cab. I don't know if I was supposed to be giving away a bunch of this stuff. I will give away some of it. I will share some of it. But look, this is too cool for school. Okay, I'm still scrolling. Wow, you guys get to look at this beauty. Oh, I should get it wet, and then you can gaze while I catch up with the chat. This really looks like wood. Oh my gosh, you got some nice cuts going on. What kind of saw do you have, girlfriend? This is nice. I like it. Pretty. Very pretty. You guys know how I am. Can't get enough. Who can ever get enough? Who among us? Who among us can ever get enough? Wish I could work the focus manually on this. It's not crispy enough for me. I want it crispier for you guys. Um, and I'm just scrolling at the same time. So gem gaze there on this beautiful slabby for a bit. 27 south of Burns. Yeah, that's how I feel. There's also like a place where you can go get those weird exclamation points from a volcanic thing, and we haven't gone that over there either. Like they're kind of close to each other. And usually when we're going down that really long road, we're usually coming out of the Oahe is what we've been doing, and we need to go grocery shopping. And then we're going back like in a beeline, and it's all art. Art is how we art and who is willing to buy it. Okay, Reptile Z. That is a boy. I've had my art training from that side of it too. Oh my goodness. Beautiful earth tones, yes. And UV light for that. Yeah, let's see it. Let's see it with some UV, guys. I'll pluck up that strange contraption that I've got. And Reptile Z is asking, so other than the disco rave, when does UV activity really matter? It's a good question. And SageRat says so too. Yes, indeed. All right. And then I'm also, like I said, I'm trying to catch up with y'all. See if I can get this to activate, and I should really attach it to something, and then I can just have it do its thing while I read your comments. So it's got some kind of highlights going on in the wood. Let's see if I can, yeah, so you can kind of see it there ish. And although not as like some of it is so orange, you know, especially when there's like some opalized wood. This one's not quite as crazy. And I'm just catching up. So looking like a slab of steak or something right now. Bottles with googly eyes, some kind of a nightmare beast. Oh, the UV beast is a nice one to have, although probably just a touch out of my range right now. And yeah, oh, that you guys are talking about like what the UV is good for. Yeah, it's good for finding scorpions. That is for sure. And fossil plates, that's a good way to put it. You know, it's just a lot of those times there's like a death event that causes there to be, you know, all of those together all at once. Oh, thank you very much, John, for the reminder for everybody to put a polish on that that thumbs up button. I do appreciate that. And Tarzia picture frames would be sweet. Yes, yes, that would be cool. The things that Ma has been framing, you know, those the fish from Kemmerer. I just could see that particular material going so nicely with that. All right, I think I just landed. Depeche Mode reminds us that we just can't get enough. It's so true. Flying squirrels are UV reactive. We should ask Squirrel how often he flies. But yeah, that was a good call on the. I am in freaking love with this slab. Like this is gonna be super hard for me to put down. I want to look at it underneath the microscope right now, but boy, I'm definitely gonna get torn in a few different directions when I get off of this live because there's all this. Oh, I shouldn't have put it down. There's a lot of wonderful things to play in here, which I would probably want to just play with right away. Are these woods from the same area? I would love to know. It's always I'm going to, I keep on saying this, but I'm serious as a heart attack. I'm going to be doing a wood study, and I would love to have provenance on some of the woods that I'm using. So I'm using woods that I do have knowledge on. And then I'll do some like blind studies where I don't know where it's from and see if I can, come up with a good ID and that sort of thing. And so I'll probably use some of this material, but it's always nice to know where it's from so that I can kind of hone in, so that it's not a needle in a haystack as far as age and potential species. But yeah, really looking forward to getting into my wood study. So much to do, so little time. I know you guys commiserate. The sage rats don't fly, we waddle. Oh my goodness. I'm imagining the sage rat on the desert beach there, like waddling along like a penguin. Look at this. Look at this interesting nodule. How cool is this? What are we looking at here? Okay, so these go together like that. And this is the nodule. Is it cherty? Is this a cherty? Look at that. Kind of looking like that material that those plates are made out of. And then we've got this madness going on. There's undulations of color there. I don't know if it's picking up, but I'll get it wet so that you can see what I'm seeing. And Rick is saying, this is such a cool box, but I've got to get the man-child to think about sleeping at some point tonight. You Ozonians have a great rest of the live evening and weekend. Take care. And you too, Rick, thank you so much for joining us. And the big hugs to the man-child. And we'll see you around the live streams all weekend long. Thank you so much again for joining. And here, let's get this bad boy wet. This is actually making me want dessert. It's kind of like a chocolate cream something. But yeah, you can see that there is some really nice, gentle color undulations going on in these nodules that is really quite striking, actually. Very, very cool. And so you can have a look at that while I try to find out what it is that we're looking at. And do I need to scroll? But yeah, what a cool nodule. Did I say hello to Resort Dog? It's good to see you. Thank you for coming in. And oh yeah, so don't forget to set your clock back. I must have been right. I thought I had seen something about daylight savings changing. Woohoo! Yay! That means we're sidling closer and closer and closer to spring. I am ready. I am ready for spring, you guys. We didn't have hardly any real winter here. A lot less snow than we're used to up in the higher elevations above us. So that's a pity, but I'm already ready for spring and summer, you guys. And hi there. We got Mox Rocks in the house. Good to see you. Hi, Rock. Docs, Karen, can you backlight that? I believe that this is, wow, this is really quite much better live. It almost looks plain in person or in the camera, and it's really not very plain. There's just a lot of, it's subtle. So anyways, yeah, let's backlight this thing. It feels like it's going to be opaque, and yeah, it's pretty opaque. I mean, I might be able to turn the light off and get just a tiny bit through, um which I don't mind doing since we've been doing it all evening long so far. So let's see if that makes a difference. And this is pretty strong. Well, there you go. Actually, not bad. So wow, good call. I did not expect it to be that translucent, honestly. I thought that was totally opaque material. Wow, so that's a pretty good chunky chunk. I wonder if you were to slice it thinner, that actually might, have some interesting translucency. So it looks like chocolate otherwise. Look at well, no, that's not going to work. But yeah, this is the strongest setting that this has, and it's pretty dang strong. That is cool. I like that. Thank you for suggesting that. Yep, we can backlight it. Thank you very much, Mox Rocks, and welcome in. Oh, we can turn the light on. It is Ozone After Dark. Everybody kick back and have a sip of your drink. Hopefully you've got something fun in your cup. And yes, it's like caramel. Wow, that was a total surprise. So we got bog agate. I cannot say that for some reason. And oolites. I think I'm trying to blend the two at the same time. Ooh. And this we have some more cutting fun. Look at this bad boy. Ka-chonk, ka-chonk. That looks like fun. All right, let's get this bad boy wet. We'll do a little bit of lighting. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah, you know what's interesting? I was cutting some of that Cloud Dancer Mozarkite, and this kind of reminds me of it. It would be a good pairing for it. And let me take this down. Sorry about that. I'm really good at forgetting. And Meg. It's my midnight radio voice. The challenge is you'd lose so much material polishing it. I backlight everything. Thanks. I'd rather be nowhere else on Friday. Oh, you're so sweet. Thank you so much. Yeah, it is. It's something that I should probably do way more of. This one's got some, you could tell that this was going to be pretty gemmy. I'm side lighting it. This is a pretty good ka-chonk. And so it's not quite getting it through the back, but we can see this is going to be some good fun. And I love translucent and transparent stones very much. I know Mud does too. So it's always fun to see, what light does with these stones. And we've been sort of iris addicts lately too. Like Theo hasn't been helping, trying to not be looking at that too much. And so we have buckskin carnelian with a question mark. I don't know. I'm not familiar with that. I better take a drink. Yes, Anamar is saying I love back lighting stones too. Oh, did I save the good for last? Because I can't say best because all of this is so dang good. We got a big slice of agate cake. Yes, that totally looks like agate cake. And we have my brain is officially awake. Excellent. Um, yeah, this is great. I thought I saw something else too. Yeah, it's all good. Love churdy goodness. Got muted there for a second. Sorry about that. Just too excited. It's too excited. The second to best kind is agate cake. What's the very first best kind? Would love to know. All right, let's go. We got the plume here. We've got one more here, so I'll go ahead and I'll open this bag, this one, and then we'll hit the plume because I can't wait either. I love plume agates so much. So this has been so much fun so far, you guys. Ooh, this is neat. This is green. What have we here? Opal pie. Right, Manny? Oh my gosh. Oh, this looks like Hampton. Is this Hampton? This is the green petwood. Yeah, for a moment I was like, I've been looking at so much Veracite that for a moment I was like, am I looking at some neat kind of line-oriented Veracite? But nay, I think what I'm looking at is some super cool Hampton Butte green petrified wood. It's almost as good as Pecos diamonds. Yeah, that's such pretty stuff. This stuff is really a good time underneath the microscope too. So I'm thinking that a maker's bunch with some microzone would be a good thing to order up for the weekend. And if you're along tonight and would be interested in being part of a maker's bunch, then can you please direct message me over on the Discord, or you can drop me an email if you're not over there on the Discord, and we can coordinate. And hopefully, if you're interested, you can make it. Yeah, this is freaking awesome. Yeah, it's a beauty. Definitely beauty. Blind squirrel. Oh my gosh. Yeah, the Butte is a very unique and insane place. And I think I want to say that it's chromium that makes its way into the wood that makes it green. That kind of itches a synapse. And so if I'm wrong, feel free to swoop on in and correct me. But because unfortunately, when you do a lot of research, sometimes your research can cross into places where it doesn't belong, and you remember wrong things about right objects and whatnot and so on. All right, I want to watch you deep dive into petrified wood. Me too, Betty. I have been planning a deep dive into petrified wood for probably upwards of about a decade now. My first microscope that I got was for thin sections to do the microscope study on the different species of petrified wood. And that has been a long time ago. I then figured out that for the thin sections, the best possible way to get there quickly would be a faceting machine. And so part of the ulterior motive of wanting a faceting machine was for the flippin' petrified wood. I got taken away on a tangent thinking that I actually wanted to facet with my faceting machine. My bad. And so we are going to round the corner and get into some serious study. And I hope that my dad will also get caught up in it and will help me do the study, because we both have a huge amount of, just curiosity about it. And he is one dang fine scientist. And so it would be really cool to get his help, if I'm being honest. So Let's see. Let's take that down. Thank you so much for that. And the lapidary bunch thing. Yes. Yes, that would be the lapidary. And oh, cool. Yeah. What like I'll catch these comments when I'm doing the chapters for this. I'll be able to see who said, yeah, like, I'm interested. And so I can try to reach out, but I might not get to the chapters finishing them all. I think I finished all the Theo chapters because that was like a 3 hour plus live stream until Monday. And so if you want to be part of it, you can say it here and that's awesome. But also maybe DM me over on the Discord just so that I can, consolidate and shoot everybody out. Uh I don't want to shoot everybody, but then I can let everybody know all at the same time. And so you are asking, does that have peacock material in it? I don't know. It looks like we've got some red inclusions, but that's not unlike Hampton Butte to have these awesome marbles of super rich red and even maroon into the, like, a lot of this is like part petrified wood and then also part limb cast. And so it gets like fractured up and mixed around. And so there's like a lot of wood stew that happens inside like a limb cast, and you get these like wonderful, I'm sorry, I'm bouncing around like crazy because I'm gesticulating madly talking about this passionate wood that I have in my hand. But yeah, those little cherry stains that you see down there in the wood, those are there. Like that is red material. And so this would actually be a fun one to cut. Hopefully it would stay together and we could, peer into that. And then I've got a piece somewhere that's very maroon. And so we could even have like a comparo going. And let's see. Let's go over here. You're most likely correct about the chromium. However, many others can color it green, like copper, etc. I've been going down a composition rabbit hole lately. Yes, yes. And so, yeah, you've got copper and nickel, and all of the different potential things that can help something. All these different like valences of chemical plus mineral content equals this color. And so yeah, thank you though. Oh man, I was just doing that with the turquoise, and the turquoise from Arizona versus the turquoise from Nevada, and what makes the colors be so different, like a propensity for blue in Arizona and green in Nevada. And I'm sure that has something to do with the copper and, like, of course, silver with the oxidization of that. It's so much fun to get into that. I'm sorry, I'm such a nerd. I'm such a nerd, and I know somebody else was talking about being a super nerd earlier too. I think it was Mr. Chubby Hubby. But it's good. It's also good. Okay, and oh man, I like it would be so easy for me to just hang out in the chat and not do my job. So I'm sorry, you guys. Let's get into this plume. Let's get into the juicy plume. Thank you so much, SageRat. That's an amazing chunk of the green from Hampton. That is so much cool. Did you I think you had mentioned something about and thank you, Ryan, for putting the Discord invite up there. If you're not part of the Discord, you are invited. If you're here, we know that you're part of the tribe. And so you can pop on over there and join the Discord. If you don't already have Discord, like the app, you have to do that first. And then you can take that invite and use it to be, in our group, because it's kind of a thing that's at large. And then if you want to be in our group itself, it's an invite thing only because, it helps keep some of the people that float through and just want to kind of wreck the joint out. But yes, please come and be part of that. I know I just took a turn in left field there again. I was saying something. I'm sure I'll remember what I was prattling on about. But yeah, more beauty. In fact, this is that kind of delicious kind of, the angel wings before they get filled in with agate around them, and you get the clouds and the plumes and things like that. I love this kind of material. I know Ma has a little bit of a weakness for it too. That looks like it's gonna be really detailed and fun. And this is I'm sorry, I'm being bad. Let's kind of like opening the goodie before reading the card. This is the North Bead plume. Being super fun. Nice chunk. You gotta love Oregon. Oregon. Oh, that's what I was asking. Did you collect this? Oh boy, I'm sorry. At least I remembered. Yeah, see, you were calling me out even before I saw your comment. Could you read the card? Could you read about what it is that you're opening? This is the plume from I think it's the bead reservoir. Okay, so here I can feel like a cut side on my fingers, so I get to do a reveal on accident. So here's your crest. What's it gonna look like inside, you guys? This is the crust. I am playing with you. Oh, there's some more crust on this side. What does it look like? Oh, what? That's almost graveyard-like. Yeah, so once again, remember what I was saying? Have you guys seen what, like, the angel's wings look like? And this is, like, what the angel wings are, and then they get filled in around with the fortification. Let's make this wet. Oh, I know that Mutt is, like, wetting herself right now. Oh, I knew it. I knew it. Oh my gosh. This is great. All of it was collected by yours truly. Oh my gosh. Well, if I was to gift some of this, I wonder who would want that. I don't know. Sure is ugly. But seriously, SageRat, you are way too over the top. What a fun and exciting box this is. And this, what a grand finale. Oh, I'm thinking of some really fun pairings. Oh, those are just great plumes. I've been itching to do some plumes and some dendrites together. I think that would be fun. Oh my, says Blind Squirrel Rocks. Think clutching his pearls. It's a stunner, right, Romania? Oh, and Romania, I think, also had a video. Boy, I went to go post the video at the Discord, under upcoming videos, and I was like, oh no, I have missed so much. I apologize to you guys so profusely for missing so much this week. This is you wet the rocks and we wet ourselves. I love it. Oh my gosh, it's too true. So good though. Ah. It's super gross. Please keep it all to yourself, Karen. I forgot to put in the news that it's not Karen anymore, it's Jessica. So just saying. Sorry, Jessicas of the world. I doubt it's going to stick. I don't think that there's ever going to be a phenomenon quite like calling people Karens. Right, Blind Squirrel? Titanic box, SageRat. You are the best. I mean, anybody who hangs out over on Kyle's knows how generous SageRat is. And you are always such a superstar here. I thank you so much for the generosity during the live sales, and this just just puts it straight over the top. This is just too much gorgeousness. I can't wait to cut this. It's gonna be a close, tie between what I do when I end here tonight with you guys. There's a surprise upstairs for me that I can't wait to get to. Karen, when do you think the Maker's Bunch might be? That's a great question. I'm thinking tomorrow might be a little stacked, and I know that everybody's got stuff going on over the weekend anyway, as far as like live streams and sales and things like that. So I'd probably check the schedule and see if there's maybe a spot on Sunday. And oh my gosh, I somehow saved a grand finale. And Sage, you must be sitting there going, she's going to wet herself now for everyone else to see. Oh my gosh, this is so great. Okay, so I'm gonna keep you guys in suspense really quick just to make sure that I'm caught up after that comment. Oh, and SageRat is saying, I have been hounding rocks since I was a wee little one. Thank you for sharing some of the spoils. You're obviously really good at it. This is amazing. Um, I sounded just like you. Did I do that? I swear, like me and Ma, like we definitely. I think Mima and Thea, we are finding share like, like our moms or something. It's very strange. And when Karen wets, we all wets. It's rules, man. Okay, I gotta show you guys this thing. Okay. I'm sorry. Like I just had a like I don't know, heart palpitation. Okay, it's a good thing that Rick split because this is some really amazing white plume with water lines. Are you kidding me? I didn't even have the heart to show you like, the whole reveal thing, but there's meat on them bones. Like, thank you so much for this kind of generosity. You know how good this is. I'll cut this. And yet, there's going to be keeper material, which I absolutely love, or else I don't know if I'd even be able to cut it. This is just pure insanity. I don't want to um I'm like having trouble thinking. I don't want to miss anything in the chat. Hold on. Okay. Holding this up for you guys. Calling people Karen is a psyop, like calling somebody a conspiracy theorist to make them feel bad about being correct. The Karens are too smart. The government had to bring them down. Oh my gosh, that is like gonna be my new mantra. I have to tell Steve this. This is so great. I'm gonna show him your comment. Thank you for that. Oh my gosh, that's amazingly hilarious. Thank you. All right. Oh, you're too kind, Sage Rat. I promise to make some cool stuff. I'm sorry, I drifted so hard. You guys deserve a better look. And this actually would probably be pretty darn cool under the microscope too. So we'll do some playing. We'll do some playing. We got some wows. We got the shut the dang door. Holy crappers. Crazy. Humana humana. Oh no, Rick is gonna cry because he missed this one. Yeah. You know what I'll do, Cheryl, is I'll take a really sexy shot of this and I will put it up on the Discord and give him, I'll go ahead and at, Rick, just so that he can make sure to see it. Is it mean or is it nice to do? Look at that. Will you look at that camera guy? I mean, my camera's not handling it. It's so amazing in real life. I seriously, I took it out of the bag and you heard me. I couldn't even contain myself. I was like, "No way. That is such good plume. That is such good plume and that is such cool water lining and holy cow. That is so cool that you collected this. Here we go. Um Okay, this again is old bead material. I collected some of it in the 80s and 90s. That's absolutely wild. Do I now, knowing that, even have I do I cut this? I guess. I have to. And then at the same time, I'm feeling so timid now. It's totally bow chicka wow wow. Are you kidding me? That's insane. Yeah, it is flowery. It's totally flowery. I love it. This is just crazy. All right. And we've got the fact that this is some of your legacy collection is pretty special, Sage Rat. Thank you so much. Right? Yeah, that's a good way to put it. Legacy collection. I like that. Ooh, I mean, this is getting top shelf, but I'm hoping to get like cut the back and share some. What do I do it? Oh, look at this. Look at this. Uh-huh. 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 You have to cut it. Survey says. Oh my gosh. That's hilarious. Yeah, you know that she does. Yeah, I it looks like, I've got a slab or two on there. Hate for this face to fracture. And then you got the butt and then probably a slab there. She's planning. I would have to do it on the big saw, so I'd have to get pretty serious about how to, probably glue it down and put it in the vise that way on some wood. It'll take some planning. Oof. uh no, I would share. I would share, Ma. So, yeah, you guys, I'm just catching up. All right. So, yeah, wow. And Sage Rat has the rest of the rocks. What you saying? Oh my gosh, that sounds like offers and threats all at the same time. What an amazing, amazing, amazing box. I am unworthy of so much generosity, and yet at the same time I can say that I'm exceedingly grateful. And so at the very least, that it's all come to a good home, and I will make sure that it is oh, I'm muted. Or am I? No, okay, I'm good. It's although my camera wants to creep. It's on a swivel, obviously, you guys. I could just hold it there for a moment and you guys can kind of take a look at what we've got going on there. So good. What a wonderful box. And like I said, thank you so much for your generosity. I promise to give some away. I promise to make some cool stuff. Some good cabochons and maybe even some faceted stuff out of some of that obsidian. We'll see. We'll cut it for sure. We'll share the experience with everybody at the very least, getting eyefuls and all that good stuff. It was really quite amazing. Thank you. Really, really cool. Yes. Oh my goodness. Yeah, just amazing. Thank you. All right. And so I'm sorry, I'm stammering. I'm stammering. Let me come back over here. I was over there. I'm gonna let that camera drift and say goodnight to that. Oh my gosh. Wow. You are all so generous in your own way. You spend the time. Time is precious. And the time that we get to, oh my gosh, I'm still wearing these. Why? Why? I don't see as well with those on, actually. I see better without them. Unless I'm looking very, very far away. But you guys spend the time to hang out in the rock community and all of that giving, everybody together. That's a gestalt. That's like we're so strong as a united group. It's so wonderful to see all of that kind of giving. And there's giving on top of that. And that's so valuable too. It's so cool when you get a pardon me, an opportunity to give, and it, learning how to receive also is a big deal in our rock community. I love when Kyle is just like, "Don't fight it. Don't fight it." And some of us, like, you're out there and you're just going like, "Oh, I don't know. No, no, don't do it." And then, but are you going to steal the opportunity from somebody else to be a giver? I respect all of you, and I really appreciate the just how graceful and beautiful you guys are with your generosity. I thank you all from the bottom of my heart for all of that you do for each other, that you include me in the, like I said, the time, the things, all of it. And that light actually came out of a box from Randall, like I said before, and Randall was very generous. I like there's burrs and things like that might not be quite as sexy for everybody to see, but the generosity is amazing. You guys all know like what tool nerds some of us are. Like, I am a huge tool nerd, and it was a box full of all these really cool tools. And so I don't know, maybe if you guys want to see some of that, I'd be more than willing to share. I have to do some research on some of the tools because I haven't used them yet before. And so anyways, I'm so humbled by the generosity that you guys always circulate. There's circulating and reciprocating and all kinds of cool stuff. So thank you. I actually was the recipient of something really, really exciting, also today. That was kind of a thing that I've been waiting for since I was like a little girl, and I'll be a little bit more detailed about that soon. But I'm probably going to depart and go and check that out for a little bit, and hopefully keep an eye out. We'll make an announcement about a maker's bunch, and I'm thinking, uh, unless something really clears up tomorrow, I think I've got a chunky tomorrow. That Sunday might be better, but I am willing to take input. DM me over on the Discord, and we'll figure out when we can get together and do it. And here's Cheryl saying, I still say this is the best rock community on the internet. The people are as beautiful as the rocks. I agree. For all the rock hounding I've ever done, I think that you guys are the biggest gems. I'm not just saying that. And I would argue that not just, you could even leave the rock part out and just say this about the community. And thank you, Meg, for coming, and all of you guys for making it here till the end. John actually got to hang out with us like almost the whole time. Are you on your own now, John? Like, do you have your own setup? I hope so bad. And thank you, Ryan. Ryan's got a big bunch of things ahead of him, like the horizon. So cheers to you and Tara's treasures. Thanks. And oh, she had something to say to us all. Can't believe I forgot to tell you all, totally unrelated to rocks. I placed fourth in my first ever cribbage tournament last night. Congratulations. That is truly cool. See, this is where we're not just rock people, we're people, and we love each other. And I applaud you. Here's a bell for you and everybody who has some really, really cool things going on in their lives. And thank you, Mr. Chubby Hubby and Mox Rocks, for hanging out. And Julie, and of course, Bob's Rocks is still here. You must be feeling good. I'm glad that you made it. Kay Curry, thank you so much. And oh, my friends, how about Friday night? Me, no can do. I have shit to do every Friday night. How about Saturday? Oh, gotta hang out with the Rock fam. Thank you. Oh man, you guys are the best. All right, fingers crossed for you, John. Soon, soon, soon. And Brian, I know you were working and lurking. Gotta do what we gotta do. Steve Woods, thank you so much for coming. And I'm glad that you subbed. Welcome. Thank you so much. We do this every Friday night at 6 o'clock until whenever. And, you know, all of these other channels that you are seeing here in the chat, like they are part of the rock community in one way or another. You're either going to see them at some of the other lives, and then you'll notice some of these channels are familiar ones. You can even follow and go sub some of these other people that are out there. And we basically hang out with each other all the time, especially on the weekends. But somebody's always got a live stream or some rocks to look at. So you're in really good company. Silverback is here. Hello, good to see you too from over there in Oz. What a great family. Thanks for coming out of the woodwork here at the end to say goodnight. It's so good. Spot, thank you for coming. Romania, good morning to you. Also, some of you guys residing in tomorrow, I'm glad that you could hang out with us too. And that Opal guy, Manny, we got to chat about like all his freeform madness, and I want to figure out how to work with it a little bit more on GemCut Studios. And so maybe you've done more on GemCut than I have, so maybe we could play a little bit. I wonder if we could do like a share screen on that. We'll have to figure it out. Anyways, good night, you guys. Thank you so much for joining in. I'll see you at like Kyle's and everybody else's live streams that are happening tomorrow. I've lost track. We've got Jerry and Brenda, of course, tomorrow for the Saturday Night Live. And we probably have a Julie and Brian thing going on Sunday at their usual time. Wait a second. We've just done daylight savings, so it's maybe just a different slightly than usual. We all got to get recalibrated. Keep your eyes open for everybody all weekend long. Thanks again. I'm going to send you out with the King Tide credits one more time. And I need to update that because we got new people on the membership and everything like that. Thanks again for that, everybody. If Tomcat, you're still here, thank you for coming. And Meg, thank you. All y'all. Okay. I'm not going to do a Theo. I'm not just going to hang out. I gotta go. All right. So here's our King Tides. Alive, everybody. Thanks again, everybody. And we can't hear me. Let's start over again. Are you here? Am I here? And we can't hear me. Let's start over again.